if you like set collection games with a little bit of a twist, then you might want to check out Sea Salt and Paper. In this game, you'll be trying to collect various types of cards to create sets that you can either hold into your hand or you can place some of them out on the table during the game. You can collect different kinds of cards that are worth points based on how many of them that you have, as well as cards that will score off of different types of cards. You can also collect smaller sets that are usually worth a few less points, but will give you some kind of in-game ability if you choose to play them out on the table during the game, and you might get extra cards or extra turns or even steal cards from other players. You can also collect mermaids, which will score for you based on how many of a single color that you have in your hand, and depending on how many mermaids you have, you can score multiple different colors as well. If you're lucky enough to get all 4 mermaids though, you will immediately win the game. I think that this game has an absolutely awesome look. I think that it's so unique, all of these photographs of different kinds of like origami. I think that it looks so cool and so fun. I really, really love the look of this game overall. I also thought that for a simple card game, it doesn't have a lot of rules. You're just picking up cards and you can choose to play them and get those special abilities, or you can choose to keep everything in your hand so that you aren't revealing how many points that you might have. So I think that that's really cool. And like I said, for a simple card game though, it does have some strategy. It does have a lot of player agency of what cards you're choosing to go for and what cards you're choosing to play and when. So I think that that's cool. I think that the most unique thing about it is that at any point, once a player has 7 points in their hand or on the table in any combination, then that's when somebody can choose to end the round. You can either say stop and everybody will just score the points that they have available to them, or you can say last chance and give everybody else an extra turn in order to try and get more points. But then if you don't have the most points, you'll score at a disadvantage. But if you do have the most points, then you'll score at an advantage, which is cool. But I think that that concept of you're never really quite sure when the round is going to end unless you happen to be the one that's going to end it. That, like, not knowing when the round is going to end is really interesting, but also definitely keeps the tension up of, okay, should I play this ability now so that way, I don't risk not getting to do it, because if somebody just ends the round now, I'm just going to lose out on getting an extra card that might get me more points, things like that. So I think that that is really cool as well. So I definitely think that has some interesting concepts between collecting the sets, collecting the different colors, things like that. But at the same time, I did feel like it was a little one note. I think that it's a cool filler game. It's really cute. It's really quick to play. But after a couple of plays, I did feel like, okay, I've seen the game. It doesn't really change a lot play to play. So for me, it wasn't something that I'm always like itching to bring to the table, because I know how it plays. I know that it's pretty much always the same. So for me, it wasn't like an exciting thing to get to the table every single time. But like I said, I think that it does have some unique concepts. It's definitely not like a lot of other card games that I've played. So if it sounds up your alley, then you definitely want to check this one out. And again, I really like the look of this one. So I think that it just has a really cute table presence when you have all of those sets out in front of you. You can check out my full thoughts on this one on the blog today.